Once upon a time, in a quiet village, cradled between rolling hills and sparkling streams, there stood an ancient well. Its waters were clear as crystal, cool to the touch, and life-giving to every villager. For generations, people had drawn from it, drinking, cooking, watering crops, tending animals. The well was more than water. It was the heart of the village, a gift that connected every life to the earth and to the sky. In this village lived 3 brothers, Arin, Dev, and Samar. Strong and capable, each was loved by the villagers, yet their hearts and minds were very different. Arin, the eldest, was bold and carefree. Dev, the middle brother, was cautious, fearful. Samar, the youngest, was thoughtful and compassionate, with a gentle wisdom that drew people to him. One morning, the village elder, Hari, a man with eyes like polished amber and a voice that carried the weight of generations, summoned the brothers. His footsteps echoed across the cobbled square as he spoke. "Arin, Dev, Samar," he said, "this well has nourished our village for countless years. Today, I entrust its care to you. How you use, protect, and share its waters will shape not only your lives, but the life of the village itself. Waste it, and it will vanish. Hoard it, and it will forsake you. But care for it wisely, and it will serve all generations." The brothers bowed, each feeling the gravity of the elder's words. Each understood them in his own way. Arin laughed lightly, brushing dust from his hands. "Water is everywhere," he said, eyes glinting. "Why worry? We work hard. We deserve to enjoy its pleasures." And so, Arin used the water freely. He built fountains, filled ponds, and let his animals drink to their heart's content. Every day he washed his clothes, filled jars, and laughed as the water sparkled in the sun. Dev, the middle brother, shook his head. "What if it runs dry?" he muttered. "What if we lose it all?" Fear tightened his chest. He sealed the well with heavy stones, refusing even to water his crops. The weeds grew thick around the neglected stones, and the walls began to crack. He imagined each drop slipping away, unable to sleep for worry. Samar, the youngest, knelt beneath the shade of a great banyan tree, letting the wind stir his hair. "Lord," he whispered, "grant me wisdom. May this gift serve not only me, but all who depend on it." He repaired the cracks in the well, cleaned the stones, and set simple rules. Take only what is needed, refill when possible, and care for the well as one would care for life itself. He shared water generously but carefully, teaching villagers to use it wisely. The rains came and went. The sun scorched the earth in summer. Villagers worked tirelessly in their fields, singing songs to keep their spirits high. Arin's water, once plentiful, began to dwindle. He filled his ponds and fountains, laughed as he washed his clothes again and again, and ignored the slow decline. "It will refill," he said, brushing off worry. "There is always more." Dev's well stood silent, locked and unused. The weeds climbed higher, stones shifted, and the walls cracked further. He lived in fear, imagining the day water would vanish entirely, though he had never touched it. Samar's well, however, flourished. He repaired its stones, dug small trenches to catch rainwater, and taught villagers to cover it at night and draw only what they needed, even in dry seasons. The water remained abundant, sparkling like jewels in the sun. Then, one year, a harsh drought struck. Rivers dried, crops withered, and the sun beat down mercilessly. The village grew anxious. Arin ran to his well, heart pounding. Only a few buckets of water remained. His fountains were dry. His animals drank from shallow puddles. "I should have thought of this," he whispered, panic rising too late. Dev tried to open his well, but the stones had sealed it tight. Rain had never replenished it, and it was nothing but a dry hole choked with weeds. Fear had cost him everything. Samar knelt by his well, calm as ever. Villagers gathered, their faces streaked with dust and worry. "There is enough," he said gently, handing out buckets. "If we share carefully, all will survive." He repaired leaks, guided villagers in drawing water, and measured each bucket so none went to waste, even during the worst days. Samar's water never ran dry. The villagers stared in wonder. "How is it," they whispered, "that only Samar's well flows?" Samar looked at their anxious faces. "This well belongs to all of us," he said. "It is not mine to hoard, nor is it meant for waste. Every drop we save and share nourishes not just one, but all." Arin hung his head, shame creeping into his voice. "I thought water would never end. I wasted it, and now I suffer." Dev's hands trembled. "I thought fear would protect me. It only left me empty." Samar smiled gently. "It is not too late to learn. Care and sharing bring life. Selfishness and fear bring loss. Together, we can still endure." The villagers nodded, eyes shining with understanding. The lesson was clear. Wisdom, patience, and generosity were the true protectors of life. One evening, Hari returned from his journey. He walked past each well, first to Arin's dry, cracked well, then to Dev's neglected, weed-choked one, and finally to Samar's flowing, sparkling well. He smiled, amber eyes twinkling. "Arin, you enjoyed without thought, and the well left you. Dev, you feared without action, and the well left you as well. But Samar cared for others. He worked not for himself, but for the village. That is wisdom. That is true responsibility." The brothers bowed, humbled. They realized that life, like the well, is a gift that grows when shared and diminishes when misused or hoarded. A lesson for all. From that day on, the story of the three brothers became a legend. Water was no longer a commodity to waste or fear. It became a symbol of care, balance, and generosity. Samar continued to guide the village, repairing the well, teaching children the importance of thoughtful action, and showing that even in hardship, shared resources endure. And so, the village thrived. Through seasons of sun and storm, they learned, what is wasted cannot return, what is hoarded without care cannot sustain, but what is shared and protected wisely becomes a blessing for all.